Good morning, Governor. What's up, man? Good morning, and good morning from the overcast, slightly windy, and definitely potentially rainy Barbados. This morning, what I thought we could do is we would try something. We've done this before, sort of. We can do a combination of some stuff we've done before. So just to make it a little bit different, just to make the day a fresh day for us. If I sound a little muffled, I do have on a mask because I'm on this jetty and there are quite a few fishermen around. I'm thinking of their safety and also my safety, so I will be taking off the mask as soon as I exit the jetty area. But if I sound muffled, you will understand what's going on. It's not that I have a cold, or I'm tired, or I'm sleepy, or I'm bored, or anything like that. Nothing negative. It's all positive. Because positive is because I'm working to make this place safer, and I'm working to protect myself. So that is all the positives that we can do at this current time. So we have a mixture of boats and stuff in this bay here. What I will say is in Oistins in January 1652, they had the Treaty of Oysters, which was a paper that was signed here at the Mermaid Inn, and that was to stop the fighting between the colonial settlers and the British Commonwealth or the English Commonwealth over the rights to trade with the Spanish, along with numerous other things. But that was a very important thing that happened here, or the event that happened here in Oistins. Since then, it has turned into, you see, a sleepy little fishing town. Morning, gentlemen. Very sleepy little fishing town with wooden, little chattel wooden complex buildings all over where you're seeing those buildings now. They're very small, more of a thatchy and more of a, maybe like a hut kind of situation where they sell all of their souvenirs and also sell their dinners and stuff from. And then the government invested a lot of money and set up some beautiful kiosks and set up car park areas around here, because this place has turned into the highlight of Barbados on a Friday night for sure. Thousands and thousands will gather in that area. They're saying now it does not look like what it is looking like right now. You get any types of souvenirs that you could possibly imagine, some beautiful stuff from the vendors there. You will get some of the best food in the island without a doubt, especially fish. These people up here have crafted the art of fish frying, and that is what it's called, the Oistins Fish Fry Friday night. So if you're in Barbados at any time, right now it is very, very quiet. A lot of the facilities here, the dancing at Lexi's where the oldie goldies are mainly on a Friday night, that has slowed right down. There's nothing going on in that area right now because obviously of the situation in the island. But you know, that is things to look forward to happening again for all of us to mingle and dance on the dance floors here, either at Lexi's or at the front one where you can do some reggae and stuff. You can do either of those activities as well as just sit down and people watch. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise coming in Barbados. I know we can't see the sun itself, but just the glows and the reflections and the lines that it's cast and the golden ridges on all of the clouds, just beautiful this morning, and the golden cast over South Point. Now, as you can see, that it is not clear today at all, not just because of the clouds, but because of the haze we've been having for the last 2 days. We've been having some very orange or reddish sunrises in Barbados. You know, that is associated with a lot of the Sahara dust that blows into this general area at this time of year. Usually between the systems, you will find that happening. Sometimes you'll find it in any systems that dry it out. And when we think we're going to get torrential flooding or rains and thunder and lightning, the whole system is dried up because of all of the dust that's in it, the Sahara dust. Just a few more pointers about here. You will find a lot of turtles in this bay, because when the fishermen clean, a lot of the fishermen clean their fish out here and throw the remains and stuff into the water, and the turtles feed on that. So up here you'll find a lot of turtles. New activity as well, just beyond here, we're seeing the car lights in the distance, or where you can see that person on the beach hopefully. That is the point of where you'll find a lot of hydrofoiling, a lot of kite boarding and stuff. That is a new activity that's taken off tremendously here. There are quite a few guys that will be there almost every day, so if you're interested in doing some foil or kite surfing or anything like that, please come and contact them. They're always here. I'm not sure the actual contact numbers for them, but I know you can find them if you do some searching on the internet for sure. Now, a lot of the boats here we talked about before, but we just want to get back here and have a look at the sun. And before we start to interact with life, we're going to do our say our Serenity Prayer, because we want to all pray for peace. So God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. All right, up here you'll find from Moses, which is very, very small little rowboats that guys will go and fish on the reefs just off of here, or just around by South Point or on the south coast. You will then find the larger boats that would go out and venture on to the outer areas there, the ones with the hoods mainly, You know, I would say 21 footers, 18, 21 footers that you're seeing around here. They will go up onto the eastern banks and do a lot of fishing up there, or off of the south, way off of the south behind Bobel's. And then you will get these larger boats like this one here just in front of us, this orange one. This is what we call an ice boat. And these guys will go out for 12 to 14 days. And they will just go out and fish through all conditions, etc. Live offshore for 12 to 14 days and then come back in with their catch, which is all on ice. We also have a couple of long trawlers, but I don't really see any of them right here now. They're ones that will drop miles and miles of netting that catches the fish just below the surface area. They're swimming just on the banks and stuff, and then you'll have ones that do trammel net diving, which will drop netting over the reefs and then dive the fish out of them in the morning. I guess that's possibly what these tanks could be for. Maybe they'll do some trammel net diving. Or also pulling fish pots as well. Sometimes the fish pot may stick up and they may have to go down with tanks and stuff to get it up. Alright, enough about the fishing industry in Barbados. Let's move on a little bit now. Our journey today is going to be going in an easterly direction. We're going to be going up. I had a plan to go up to Freights today, but I went up there and looked at it this morning, and it's full of sargassum still, whether it's in the water or still some piles on the beach. A lot of sargassum in this area, all in, as you can see, Oistins town. Quite a bit that's remaining there, as well as up into Miami Beach, but you will see that in a few minutes because we are heading in the direction of Miami Beach today. I am not going to reverse the camera right now because I have on my mask and I do not want to pose in a mask on a video. You know me, I have to be seen, so when I do that, I will turn. One good thing today is it looks as though we will not be seeing our 10-foot friend. I left him at home this morning, so I turned off the light. He disappeared and hid. I don't know where he's hidden, and I'm hoping he will not reveal himself today. But if he does, remember, he's a show-off, and he will always want to photo bomb and video bomb. So if you see him, ignore him. Please do not encourage him, because when he reads those comments over my shoulder when I get home this evening, he will be parading on me about how he's the star of this show and how he wasting my time. Anyhow, you know it is. He does that all the time. So I'm just going to tolerate him for now, but don't encourage him, please. Beautiful beach here. You wouldn't really think you'd have a beach like this here in Oistins town area. Just to mention, you would have seen a lot of wood and stuff on the actual pier. They're doing a lot of renovations and repairs out here. They started with the building that was at the end. It was a lot bigger than that. They actually dismantled that and rebuilt it again. So they're doing a lot of repairs. If you see that, it's not something that has just been left alone. They're actually conducting repairs, replacing the slabs and stuff. You'll see the X's. They're all along here. They're indicating areas that would have to be worked on. So that's just to give you a general idea. All right, beautiful beach, reflections off the sand and off the water. Just breathtaking. This is a stunning, stunning, stunning view of Oistins town from here with all those glows on it. All the birds running all over the beach. You must see about 20 or 30 of them there together. Just a beautiful morning. Healthy, healthy waters. Beautiful area. So much history in this town, but we're not here to do the history today. We're here to do some walking and enjoying the beauty of what Barbados has to offer at Daybreak. Alright, we're going to be going into the actual fish market area now through the back. So, you know, this is a fish market. So don't expect it to have flowers and garden beds and palms and stuff. This is a fish market. Jeez. I didn't really know where to put that. Now in the front section is where all of the vending would go on. This is where you have all of the fishermen and fisher folk. They will sell their fish from here in a day. Huge egrets, just beautiful, huh? Just walking around here calming, nobody interferes with them whatsoever. Yes, and our resident chicken and falcock. Oh, a monkey. Oh, there you go. Now we see we've been on the jungles and we have not seen a monkey. Hello, big boy. How are you going? Look at this. What do you all think about this? Hello. You want to say hello to the morning people at EMC? Good morning. How are you today? So as you can see, I have a new friend. So, good morning. How are you going? Very, very interesting. But you know, you don't touch these here if you do see them. And that was a surprising event. All I can say is that the EMC is definitely blessed this morning with some visions of this boy. Hello, how are you going? Wow, I left the shadow man at home and look at what I found. A monkey that wants to become the star of the show. He looks as though he wants to jump onto my haversack. He's playing on my feet. He's playing all around my feet, but I'm going to leave him behind because I don't want to encourage him. Don't do that. So, playful little fellow, man. As friendly as can be. Well, people, that is a treat for us this morning. See you leave home in a raining condition, just saying, what am I possibly going to be showing all of my family today of beautiful Barbados? And what do we have? An area that's full of fishermen, an area with no trees, and a monkey comes out and plays with my legs. Isn't that just amazing? And more birds again. What a beautiful day in Barbados. What a beautiful treat this morning is, and what a fantastic gathering. I'm so happy that I'm able to share this with all of you this morning, because I'll tell you, this beauty is something that I would not be able to tell you about. You have to actually see it as you're doing right now. Just amazing. Now I'm going to carry you in this a little bit, not too much, because it's really not cosmetically beautiful in daytime, but I still like to have a little look at what's being offered here. This is Lexi's bar. For those of you who like to three-step, for those who have come to Barbados and come into the back section and listen to some of the beautiful olden goldies that are being played, this is Lexi. This is your dance floor, just awaiting you again. And here's like a zoo. So chickens all over. Wow, it's amazing. All right, all of these kiosks are the back section of what we're serving on the front. Bars, places to cook food. And then behind here where we are is where all of the souvenirs are usually set up in this back section on tents and stuff. But as you can appreciate right now, there's really nothing going on here. So a lot of vendors would have taken their wares with them, or per se, or their items with them. I'll tell you, that is one lovely experience to that monkey. I can't get over it because I have never had a monkey that close to me before. Well, only the one that walks behind me sometimes when the sun is out, because he's a monkey as well. One of these days, I'm going to dress him up in a clown suit or something so that he can make a fool of himself with you all. And I will stand back and watch him, and I'm sure everybody will be laughing at him. So, see. Never saw beach chairs on this beach before. Guess that's something new as well. People are trying as well. Without the sargassum here, this beach has the potential to be lovely. I've actually swam here, as you would know. Any of those who have been on with us for a while would have experienced a swim from here. And right now what I'm going to do is, I started with a silent 360, and I'm going to give you another silent 360 right now. There we go. Now I'm going to tell you, I honestly am going to tell you, I did not pick this spot here for 360 other than just felt right to do it here. And look at the sign that is behind me on that building. Angels. Now, I don't have to say anymore. If my angel is on, I was told to stop here for you this morning for sure. That is such a strange happening. But you know, I don't worry about them anymore, because I know that God has given me many happenings in my life and spoken to me in many ways that before, at one time, he always spoke to me, but I never listened. Those days have changed completely. So you've seen little small Moses here. Most of these would have small engines that would go on the back of them. However, some guys still do roll them out and do their fish pots and stuff in this large bay. Today we have no tanker. So once again, we are blessed without a tanker in the water. So this day has started out rainy, with some concerns as to where we're going to go, and it's turned into a magnificent day. You know, I tell you what, I'm going to take a dip in the sea right now. I have my waistcoat on, but we're still going to take a dip because I don't know what we'll find further up the road, how many people we'll find up at Miami Beach, so we're going to do a swim just right here. Welcome to Barbados' ocean. We're in the town of Oistins. This is God's room called Oistins Town. It's a beautiful place. A little bit of a shore break, so I'm going to be taking my time and gingerly going in through the actual shore break section and go a little further. Now, there's a lot of sargassum, you can see the water, so I'm really not going to point down because you won't see anything underneath us. It's very, very murky and stuff from decaying sargassum, but it's beautiful water. The water temperature, a lot colder than yesterday, and that is mainly, I would think, because there's strong winds experienced on this coastline. and the winds tend to have here a little cooler. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone, but maybe it's just the wind on me and the water. So the combination of wind and water on me is making it feel cooler, but it may not be any cooler whatsoever. Anyhow, you know how we like to do it. We like to skim the surface. I know that my promotional can loves 360. So Karen, this morning, this 360 is for you. I want to make sure I got completely around, because I know that she would tell me, Nicholas, that was not 360, that was a 328 or something. So I made sure to go way beyond it, so you at least for sure cover the 360. Yeah. Right, we were up here last time, and there was an artist that was doing some work on the area that they put their bins, their garbage bins and stuff. You know, they're trying to beautify Barbados in any way possible. And therefore, the government has really done a lot of work up here. You will see it. If you've been to Oistins recently, you will notice how clean and how tidy and how well put together it is now. All raked on the top section. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's because obviously there are not a lot of people here, so there's not a lot of stuff to clean up in the morning and thing. However, the maintenance that's done up here is a lot. It's usually always have people here doing the maintenance on it. Right, off to go again. Now, I don't know if there was some fort up here originally in this section. I'm sure there must have been some kind of defense, but there are a lot of cannons just off of the edgy cliff there. You'll see a lot of erosions happen there as well. There's the whole front of that area, which was a wall originally, solid stone wall, as you see it starts off at on our left and then works out, has all dropped off. So they've had lots of erosion here as well. But all the cannons, or a lot of the cannons, were on that there. Some have been rescued and taken to other areas, but there's still some in the water. So hopefully we'll see that this morning. But the tide is a little bit high, so we may not see it. Morning, sir. All right, the artistry, as you can see, is finished now. Good morning, ladies. How are you all? Okay. Yep. So this here, and you all have been here before, would have known that this was quite unsightly area. However, look at how beautiful it looks now. The work is incredible. I'm going to give the artist his recognition in a minute because his signature is on the front section, but I want you to see all of his work that went into this. I think this is just stunning. Okay, and the recognition for this artist. I'm not too sure who this guy is. I did see him working, but I didn't actually stop to talk to him. So I don't want to say anything about him because I really don't know anything. But his work is really lovely. You know, I love it. I love the turtles. It's very much Bajan underwater. I dived for many, many years, and I'm seeing everything here. The lionfish, the parrotfish, everything is here. Lobster, everything. Just beautiful. In town as well, you will find, if you don't like fish or you don't like chicken, you know, you will find, I shouldn't say chicken, because I won't talk about chicken now. But if you don't like the food that's served over at the Oistins area, which you can get everything, get jerk, pork, everything you want, fish cakes, whatever. You have Kentucky Fried Chicken the other side. Just below here is Chefette. Don't want to say one without the other. And then in between there are lots of bars as well on the other side. What was originally known as Hercules Bar, I'm not too sure if it's been renamed. I know it's been repainted and the decals are up, have changed. So I don't know if it's still called that, but everybody would have remembered Hercules Bar. That is the only bar in Oistins that goes on after 1 o'clock. Because all other music was shut down in Oistins. Sometimes it's earlier, but usually around 1 is the last time. You get most of the ones on the beach side shutting down. But they stay open, so you can come there and hang out all night if you want. Or if you don't want to leave Oistins, you know where you can go. Alright, it's the main bus turnaround area. I won't call it a depot per se, because there's really no dispatcher or anything like that. But it is the area where all the buses turn around. There's also one of the very popular parking areas for Friday night and Saturday night fish parties up here. This whole area will be parked with cars. You wouldn't really get any buses in here except for maybe tour buses. ones that are bringing visitors here. Now those, again, we're talking about before COVID, so I haven't really seen up here with any tour buses or anything recently at all. But I haven't been to Oistins, to be honest with you, for quite some time, but I don't think it's really open back up. I know last time we came here, none of the dance parties were open. They had a DJ, but people were not really doing anything on the floor. Now originally what we're walking on is what was called, I'm going to give you the term that was used years ago. It was called the almshouse, but as a district hospital was located here for the elderly, right on this point where we are now, this foundation area. But that has gone years and years ago. I remember as a kid driving in here and there was a massive tree just in front of where this blue bus was. And then you came through the gates which brought you in through this general area here to the actual facility itself. And Oistins has everything, just like any other town. It has its post office, it has all of the barbers, it has everything you'll find in a town, you will find in Oistins. Now this place does not look anything like this on a night. Any of you that have been here will know exactly what I mean. This place transforms into the party central. This is most definitely the most active place in Barbados. I would even say it challenges and rivals in Lawrence Gap for sure. Definitely in numbers. And that is even when in the busy times when things were good. Not now, of course, because nowhere right now is busy. See if I can get you a little closer and maybe pick up a cannon. I'm not too sure if you see any this morning because, as I did say, it's a mid-tide. It's more on the high side today. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, most of the cannons are here. Yes, you can see one or two of them still here. So as this water draws back, you will probably get a look at them. So you see there are quite a few cannons still in the water here as well. Another beautiful bay, view of the Bay of Oistins. As you can see, it is greenish at the moment because still, as I said, a lot of decaying and breaking up sargassum that's going from these areas. We thought it had cleared completely out, and then we had another float the other day, so that's going to take a little while to clear again. All right, up here is a very big police station, the Oistins police station. You'll see some buildings under disrepair and stuff, but I'm sure they'll be worked on and worked on in the future. As I said, it is an ongoing thing. Things had obviously slowed down a lot because of the situation with COVID. You'll also see quite a bit of litter. I'm not going to make any excuses for that whatsoever because there is no excuse for it, but I'm not going to highlight it any more than what I've said. And that's the Oistins police station in the center of the camera. Now up here I notice, I know for sure that they had, actually when I get a little closer to talk to you about it. But this is what people refer to as Miami Beach. Now some people call here and the above beach Miami Beach, but correctly stating it, this is Miami Beach and the above one is called Enterprise Beach. I will take you to both of them this morning and I'll show you them. You will see there's hardly any sand whatsoever there. To get around those rocks, we're going to have to take our time, but we're going to do that. But normally, there's a big beach here, and you know, there's no sargassum, of course. But as you can see right now, no sand whatsoever. I'm sure it will come back in. It usually does. But right now, no sand visible. You also have to remember we are at a fairly high tide as well. So later on in the day, there may be some sand there, but it's nothing like what we normally see up here for sure. Got a rock in my shoe, just give me a minute. That one was being stubborn. Odd looking structure for a lifeguard hut. I'm still wondering who designed that, and I'm sorry if anybody wants to bash me over it, but it really doesn't make sense to me to have that. But anyhow, let me not say any more of that. It's not a, you know, to be in opposition to anything. I just want to bring the positives, but it is a strange looking object. All right, we have a little bit of a section here. We can just breeze out, let you all enjoy the sounds as we're walking through here. It's not a forest or anything like that, but you still will have the sounds you see, and you hear all the birds singing their merry glee for us. Here we go. This mention is also a polyclinic up here. There's a library up here. So as I said, everything that you will find in a town in Barbados, you will find here in Oistins as well. Very, very busy town. Now this is a preferred beach for, especially I would say for the elderly or the challenged, like mobility and stuff. And that's because this is very, very calm. You can find the above beach roaring some big swells, and in here it'd be relatively calm because of its design. It was originally, as far as I know, was developed for Barbados Coast Guard Center. However, I was doing some reading on it, and it said that it was supposed to be the submarine base for the Barbados Coast Guard. I'm not sure about any submarine base, but that's what's in the book. So I want to give you both versions of it, just so that you know it's not a contradictory matter. This jetty here is actually one side of what was a submerged area for the boats to go in and out of. When this was originally built, this whole beach structure, when this is all developed, because wherever we were seeing us now where you see sand, there was no sand originally. It was all up to the cliffs. There was no sand in these areas. This is all a man-made beach, and I will show you how it was done and why it was done. I will explain to you when we get around the point a little bit. We're not swimming, we're just wading. You can see how popular up here is, really popular with everyone. On morning time, paddleball is usually out here, or beach tennis is out here on a morning going crazy. Alright, there are two walls here you can see filled in the middle. Now originally when this jetty or this groin was laid, it was designed so this would have been the Coast Guard Center, and they did have boats here at one stage of the game. However, because of the build-up of sand and stuff in this area, it wasn't feasible to keep it here, and they had to relocate from here, and they went back down into Bridgetown, and now they're just down on the Mighty Griner Highway as well. But this is the area here, and they used to have the facility behind what's the police station now. It was not like that size, but it was the Coast Guard Center at one time. So all of these trees here, casuarina trees, are in my lifetime, because when it came to this area as a kid, in my say like 8s and 9s and in that age, there were no trees here because there was no sand. These are all within that time frame, so you can appreciate how fast these trees do grow, because these have all been here like 100 years. Alright, don't want to make anybody camera conscious, so I'm not going to stay anywhere. I'm just going to give you a rotation around. I wouldn't mind going in and see here for a little bit though. It's a little bit humid, so I think we could do that now again. Just look somewhere good for the umbrella and stuff. Sand out here is very, very soft underfoot, and that's because the majority of this is on top of sargassum that was on the beach. So you'll find pockets of where you will just sink and where the sand is extremely soft. Good morning, sir. How are you going? Good? All right. All right, I don't want to make these people too conscious, so I'm just going to do a quick 360 here, and then we're going to go back out. I see mentions of the water. It is so beautiful here this morning. It is, as I said, it's got a little bit of coolness, and I think that's just because of the wind that's blowing as well. But I want you to take a note of the sea conditions out here as I scan through, and see how calming it is and how peaceful in here is. Now this is how you'll find this almost every day. Sometimes you'll find a little bit more of a swell coming through, and depending on the tide as well. Because if it's low tide, you're going to get these swell coming through a lot more. And but it doesn't get rough though, it doesn't really get big at all, not unless you get an unusual, very unusual swell. I've never really seen it here big unless the above section was like storm size swells. Alright, we're harnessing back up and rolling again. There we go. Alright, on the above side you will see completely different swimming conditions. A lot of people do love to swim in these conditions. I love South Coast, so I like this kind of condition for myself. I like do a little body surfing and thing. So this is how rough it is above here, and you've seen how calm it is below, like a lake below. Just beautiful. Now my favorite 360 point from out here is right on this point itself. So we're gonna make a walk out here. We're gonna give you a 360, then we do a little bit further. It's just a beautiful day here. Now, this is the amazing thing. Our weather forecast predicted all of its 70% showers and stuff this morning, and it did look like that from the satellite shot. But this is how it is in Barbados. Sometimes you come out, you think you're gonna have an incredibly rainy day, and then you realize, oops, I might need my darker makers. So, that is why we like to bring them, even if they're used as bandeaus or head ties, or I don't know, maybe around the neck scarves or something. But we like to make sure we always travel with them. Right, this is my preferred 360 point up here at this beach. So now the 360 before was for Caron. This is for all of you all. Just beautiful under any weather conditions. This is what you gotta call stunning, stunning Barbados. I know you all are appreciating this as much as I am. That is for sure. So thank you for being here with me this morning, and thank you for being here with me every morning. I can't imagine my days. I mean, Sunday is a hard day for me. It's a hard day for me because it doesn't start off with our morning family assembly. And I really do enjoy that. That is what starts my day. Just as it brings peace and happiness to yours, it does the same for mine as well. But so everybody needs a rest day. We all know that. So Sunday is the rest day for me. So what is today telling me? Today tells me that when you think, that's when your will thinks that it's going to be a bad day, and that it's going to be a lot of rain, and it's going to be confusion, and how are we going to do this here with the gusts and stuff. And then look at what God presents us with. Calm, peaceful, beautiful conditions. Just stunning. Look at the beach, the reflections coming off the beach. In the distance, the tallest building structure you're seeing there is a Bida by the sea, or Bida Accra by the sea. That is a lovely, lovely condo section that's being sold. Actually, it's a hotel, but it's more like condo style. They have an elevator in it, so in the front you can actually watch the ocean as you're ascending or descending. And I love how the railings have been done with the blue tinted glass around it. The blue just enhances it. I think it's a perfect building. I know that there were a lot of concerns when this was going up as to what it would be like and stuff, but I don't see how that spoiled anything to do with the coastline at all. I think the structure is very, very beautiful and very easy on the eyes for sure. Very attractive facility. We'll see that in a few minutes because we are going to walk by there. We're not going up to Freights Bay because, as we mentioned, up there is very, very difficult right now. Most of the beach is gone as well, so there's very, very little sandy section up there. So we're not going to take that in today, but I'm going to take you up on the cliff where we can look down along the along the south of the island, and looking from the east down the south of the island, and enjoy how beautiful this place really is. Now, what you're hearing is not thunder. What you're hearing is those waves are hidden up underneath those shelf cliffs here that we're seeing. You'll see all the spray coming off it. Sounds just like thunder. So I'm going to just walk for a little bit, keep quiet, and let's see if you can hear some of them as they go in. Okay, don't have any sets coming in at the moment, so that's not happening. Now, out here is not going to look like this, folks, later on today. Even although we're not back and busy by any means in the busy condition in the island, this will not look like this, because as you see that green tarp, that is some of the Abida beach chairs. They will be setting them up out here in this general area here. Then you will find lots of picnic tables. You will find lots of other tarps down there that are covering beach chairs as well. So you will have a lot of people out here. But the beauty of doing what we do, what the EMC family does every morning, is we get to see the beautiful and raw Barbados without any distractions at all. No beach chairs out, no umbrellas out, no towels out, nothing is out right now. So this is giving you the actual view of what this beach or the potential beach has. So when you come here, if you can feel this kind of vibe, which you're feeling now, you will also feel when there are people here. However, you won't get this actual scene that we are getting. That's unless you come here at 6 o'clock in the morning as well, of course. Dirty, faithful war wagon, just sitting there, waiting on somebody to volunteer to clean it. I'm going along with what my conductor said. I'm sure I can find someone that will do it. He's a very wise man, so if he tells you that, yeah, he will get somebody to do it, I'm sure that will happen. I know who he's not going to get to do it, and that's our driver. That's for sure. She's said it already. No way. She is not even thinking about that. I don't blame her, to tell you the truth. I'm only making it sport. But you can hear the power of the swell. So you see, if you're challenged in swimming, or just challenged in general, you know, if you're having difficulties in walking and stuff, this is not the beach for you to come to on most days. Sometimes in summer you'll find it very, very calm, but most of the time you will find a little swell that's running here. So it's a beautiful place to come and cool out, spend the entire day. But if you are challenged with getting in and out of rougher conditions, I really wouldn't advocate here unless you check before and see what those conditions are like. It's not somewhere that you can pack up everything and say, I'm going to Miami Beach, not unless you're going to just sit and watch as well. Good morning. Just lovely coastline. Now, this property, the Abita, also own this front piece of land here on the other side of the road. So they have their, not their beach area, but their deck area all set up. Beautiful landscaping. They've done lovely work out here. They really have enhanced this cliff area. Now, this cliff has always been beautiful, but their section actually is the walled section just above, directly in front of their property. But this entire cliff here, over the years, has been transformed from an overgrown, lots of bush, to beautiful cut down and manicured areas. You'll see that shortly as well. But this is, as you can see, is reserved for their hotel patrons only. But you can imagine how beautiful it is to sit here on a day and enjoy maybe your tea and some biscuits or something, cookies, whatever. Just beautiful, beautiful coastline. Amazing Barbados. For any of you that are Bajans living overseas, for any of you that come here that has Barbados in your heart, that this is your home, good morning to you all. This is what awaits you when things get better, or when you can make it. Just beautiful Barbados. So remember, this sargassum is going. So in another few weeks' time, you won't see any of that on the beach whatsoever. And these waters up here in this initial area will return to their blues and turquoise. It's just beautiful. Over on our left-hand side is Little Orchid, which is beautiful. They call it a boutique hotel. Very, very popular place for weddings and receptions, for locals and also for visitors. I know a lot of people have been married here. Just lovely. There's also Cafe Luna. Didn't want to talk about it till we got around to it. Cafe Luna, I've only honestly been there twice before. And once was to celebrate my angel's birthday. And the top deck is where you'll find Cafe Luna. Now up there, the thing I like about it is it's very dark. They just have a few streamers of lights overhead. And all of their team that work up here that will take care of you and pamper you are all dressed in black. So you don't get the distractions of light colored shirts or anything moving around while you're eating. So you actually do feel very alone and at peace when you're eating up here. I loved the feeling up here. I'm not going to mention anything about cost and stuff, because it all depends on what you're willing to pay to eat here, or pay to eat anywhere. But if you get the opportunity to have a dinner here, especially of course on a night there's no rain, please come, because this place is worth it. And the memory of eating here with my angel, I will never ever forget that. That was one of the most amazing experiences that I've had with her eating out anywhere in the world. Just I saw someone asking the name again. This is Little Orchid's boutique hotel. and above on the top deck is what they call Cafe Luna. All right, this place I said before is really popular with weddings and stuff, and what they do also offer here is their tanning relaxing areas. You can see there's all the privacy you could possibly want. You have the curtains you can drop on all sides if that's what you desire to do. However, the front, they don't offer obviously any drop in there as well. Now the tops do retract as well on some of them, so you can actually pull it back and do some tanning in there if you want. Just leave the sides up if that's what you would like to do. But this is the kind of scenery you'll have looking out of those. We're going to walk around the front to end it here today. Not going to really go any further up the coast because there's a lot of road walking and stuff. So we're going to get the same kind of scenery here, but what we are going to do is go out on the cliff to show you what up here looks like. We'll do another 360 spin. I'm so dizzy. Anyhow, we're going to do that again, see how that goes. And as you can see, they're beginning to plant coconut trees. All this grass was down just a little while ago because you had a little bit of rain and stuff. So they're going to clean that right up again. And then you can see along the cliff at the top, all clean and beautiful. And all that, you see bush at one time. Remember when I used to come up here surfing in my late teens? All up there was just bush and trees and overgrowth and stuff. There are a couple of steps, or one set of steps that descend just in the cove, like in the center of the camera, around the corner from where we are. We just saw it splash up. There's some steps that descend there, but they're not very secure. So if you're going to be going down them, be very careful. Likewise, there are a lot of steps that go down from this cliff as well, in the cliff that's been cut over the years in the coral itself. However, none of these are really used now because they were used before they had the beach below. That is when the only way you could get into this sea here was come down those steps, because there, as I said before, there was no beach here. All those trees and stuff, you're looking in about 50, somewhere around 50 something years of growth, and that's it. They're no older than that. Nothing on the beach here is any older because all of them are new. They all came with that beach. I remember when they first built the groin and the beach started to form, you would find sea dollars everywhere up here. You couldn't really step without stepping on a sea dollar. You don't really find them now, but they used to be all over here riddled at one time. All right, so let's do our final 360 for you all for the day. No, don't twist my arm. This is our final one for the day. Just beautiful. All right, folks, so you know we've gone through our what I think today means to me. Today means to me never to think or judge something before you actually experience it. You know, if I was going to come out this morning, or if I was planning to stay home at any day, I would have looked at the satellite shot this morning and said, look, I'm going to stay home today because there's going to be a lot of rain, maybe some thunder and lightning. But I've come to learn that you need to go out. Many times we've left home in dark conditions, with the rain pouring on the south coast, and we've gone up St. Philip and stood on a dry cliff and enjoyed the beautiful sunrise from up there without any clouds around it. So, you know, this is a little island, but the weather changes all over. I hope you all have had a fantastic day. I have had an amazing day. I know one thing for sure is that today I'm going to go forward and be the absolute best person that I can be, because that's what God is asking of me. And going with that is to help people, care for people, love people, help them get through the tough times if I can. And if things get tough for me, I'm going to lean back on all those people because they're always there to help me. And that's what the EMC is. We stand for each other. So you all have a peaceful day. Love you all. Go forward in peace. Don't let anybody disturb you today. Remember, we have one lifetime on this earth. Then we will go on to a better place. But while we're here, let's make sure and make every second count. Let's be positive. Let's be happy. Let's be kind. And let's be caring. Have a great day, and greetings from Barbados. I love you all. I'm the Beijing Warrior. This is the beauty of Barbados through my eyes, and we are the EMC family. That's a family that cares about life and cares about each other. Something that we all need in this day and age. Have a great day and stay safe, everyone.